Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for one more very sassy human? Then scream loud and not quiet and also loud for Casey Neistat!
Don't believe me, just watch.
Thanks, Lula. I just hope McJuggernauts doesn't come out here and interrupt me. What's up, guys? I was supposed to talk yesterday and it didn't pan out. If you were here and I missed you, I'm sorry. It's okay, right? Thank you. But they brought me back today. So, you know, I'm not very good at singing and dancing, so I thought I'd tell you guys. Where's everybody going? Hey guys. I thought I would tell you a story, and the story I want to tell you is about my most watched YouTube video. So before we get into it, why don't we just watch it, right? That's a good idea? Okay, there. Definitely make this flight, but we're cutting it close. So far the trip is off to a fairly irresponsible start. And so it begins. We got to Paris, 17 degrees outside. The airport,
Yeah, welcome to Cairo.
All in all, very successful. We visited Tahrir Square. We rode horses. Max almost fell off of his.
We've now commenced our descent.
We're in Johannesburg, South Africa right now. Just got to Zambia. Stuck in Nairobi. We're at the Vatican right now. We're leaving Rome, renting a car. The trouble is all of the street signs are written in squiggly lines. Back in Doha. Our flight board's 2 minutes ago. We're in Bangkok. We have a terrible taxi driver. Thank you. Hey, Swanee. What's up? We forgot to eat today and I've got the shakes real bad. This is the gnarliest airplane food I've ever seen. Look at this wiener. me to take a picture? Not like this. So, okay, before I tell you the whole story for that video, when I jumped off that cliff, and that's in the Middle East, like it's a sinkhole in the middle of the desert, but like I went there with my buddy Max. You guys know Max, right? You watch MTV? And we get there and he's like, dude, too high, don't jump. And I was like, we're all the way out here, man. The camera's rolling. So I like get in my shorts and I go up the edge and I'm like this. And there isn't anyone in any direction except for this old guy with this huge red beard and he's got a whole bunch of goats behind him. And I'm like this, and I look over at the man, and he goes like this. And I was like, ah! And he goes like this. So I was like, I look over, and he goes. Now, that was like 100 feet in the air. What could those 6 inches? What would have happened if I had jumped in the wrong spot? So, that movie's called Make It Count, and I wanted my talk today to be about what it means to make it count. Because that movie was like when I first started on YouTube, and I was trying to figure out how to make money. And I wanted to do videos for companies so they could pay me so I could afford to make more YouTube videos. I wanted to make it like a job. I wanted a career out of it. And Nike's like the coolest shoe company in the game, and I got this deal to like make them a TV commercial. And they made one small mistake, which is they gave me the budget ahead of time. You know what it's like when you get like your allowance ahead of time, and I got the budget and I called Maxie and I was like, Max, I don't think we should make their commercial. I have this other idea. And he was like, you are crazy. And I was like, no, hear me out. We'll just take the money, and we'll go to the airport, and we'll buy a plane ticket to wherever it's going next, and we'll just keep buying plane tickets so we have no money left. And he was like, how is that a movie? You're supposed to make a TV commercial for these guys. And I was like, no, this will be really fun. And he was like, okay, let's do it. And the whole time I was thinking in the back of my head, like, the video's supposed to be about making it count, and this seems like a lot more like making it count than making a TV commercial. So let's just see what happens. And we did that, and we like spent the entire budget on plane tickets, because like when you're stranded somewhere like in sub-Saharan Africa and you need to get back to civilization, you just pay whatever they ask. Like, here's Nike's money, get me on the next plane out. And that's what we did. And we just kept going until the money ran out, and we go back to New York City, and we had a deadline, and we missed the deadline. Like, we didn't have a video, because we didn't really shoot a video. All we had was me running across the screen and then us like gallivanting across the world. So we missed the first deadline. And then we missed the second deadline. And then we were supposed to do this like big party thing for the commercial, for the video in Texas at South by Southwest. And we didn't make it. Like, we didn't have the video done. So then the guy from Nike, like one of the executives, shows up at my office in New York City. And he was like, you guys gotta show me something. And he looks at the computer, and we just had a pile of mush. And he was like, what is this? What are you guys doing? Now, to understand what that means, like, to get the chance to work with a company like Nike is the biggest deal ever. And if I had completely screwed it up, it would have really just murdered what could be a really great career and relationship. And like, I had all these big ideas, but if I screwed the pooch on this one, chances are people wouldn't take a chance and work with me again. So I really it was a huge risk for somebody like me to do something like that. It's exactly what your 5th grade math teacher would tell you to never do. Don't ever do that. And if you were to ask me, I would also tell you, don't do that. Just make the commercial. But we took the chance, and we did it. And in the end, we made this video. We made this video, and Nike saw it, and they loved it. And they're like, this is interesting. We don't quite know what it is. And you're not wearing Nikes in it, Casey. And I was like, details. So, I mean, really, that scene at the beginning where I'm like running away from my office, and then at the end where I'm running back to my office, and I have on Nikes, we put that in there after. So I could be like, I have on Nikes in those shots. But they liked it. They liked the spirit of it, and they weren't sure what it was. They knew that I didn't have like anything in it that they could sell, and they knew it was like 6 minutes long. They couldn't put it on TV, but it had a spirit to it that they liked. And because they are Nike and because they are cool, they took a chance. And they're like, why don't you go ahead and put it on your YouTube channel? And that's what I did. I put it on my YouTube channel, and it went crazy. Like, it went nuts. It like got so many views, but more than that, people started talking about like news, like CNN, like TV, like all like newspapers. They all want to know the story behind it and what happened here. And then all of a sudden, it was like it started affecting people, and then like it just kept going crazy. And Nike, that had this big plan to do this, all this marketing behind it, they're like, no, cancel everything. Just let this thing go. It's running its course, and that's what we did. And it might still be, although I don't know, that was for a while the most watched video that Nike had ever made. And what that did for my career, like at a point in time where I wanted to do something that there was no like path for, like, you know, this is 5 years ago, it was a lot harder to do like videos for companies then. But because I made that movie and people loved it, it really showed me a path in my career, it enabled a path in my career that I otherwise would not have had access to. So that's the big story behind Make It. Also, the Do More, everybody's always like, is that a real tattoo? Yeah, it doesn't wash off. I tried, it's still there. But that's the story behind that. And the moral, the idea, like the takeaway, like what I learned from that is, in order to like really succeed on your terms in life, in order to do what you want to do in life and not some prescribed path that somebody else has done or somebody else has outlined for you, you really do have to follow your passions. You have to believe in something more than anything you've ever believed in. You have to pursue it in a way that might not make sense to anybody around you. Because in order to do it, in order to make it count. Nice, right? Just like slid that in there. Didn't even write that. In order to really make it count in life, those are the kinds of chances you have to take. And in a place, in a crazy world like YouTube, where you might succeed by making silly videos like I do for Nike, you might succeed by having a crazy psycho family that comes out here and steals a microphone from Flula halfway through his talk. But in order to succeed in a place like YouTube, you have to reinvent the wheel. You have to do something nobody else is doing. And the only way to do that is to do something that you believe in. That's my talk. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. That's the story I had for you. I hope you had a fantastic VidCon. Thanks for coming out. Bye, guys. Do you guys want to be in my vlog?
Take it. Oh, hello to you. So badly. Hey, everyone, subscribe to a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Neistat!